Mic check 1 2 1 2. Big shout out to the 20 people watching. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. It's Jrod on point. But just because you from Idaho or you at Idaho State, that don't mean that when you investigate a criminal case or when you prosecute a suspect, that don't mean that you are gonna do things any different than any other state. Because you know what, everything that y'all do is by default in the whole United States of America. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Try to tell people that over here in Idaho we do things different. No, you the fuck you don't. No, you don't. In this case, you know what you did different? You misrepresented the law. You misinvestigated. You didn't investigate. If you ask me, that was a slappy cover up job. Because you know what? Y'all are so lazy that y'all couldn't even do the job right. And that's the problem when, you see, that's the problem that Satan have with humans. The problem that Satan have with humans, that humans are really not that good in lying. Humans, to do evil, they have to be evil in the flesh, far as it has to be an entity or principality actually taking over the body for them to actually do it right. And that's literally impossible, because after Jesus Christ died, gave his body in the cross for us, it was no way that Satan could have controlled us. He could have deceived us, make us think things and do things that are on his behalf. But that don't mean that that human is gonna do it on perfection levels. Cause it's always good in the human heart. It don't matter when they work with evil. You know what that means? That it don't matter if it's evil behind it. We always know that y'all lying. We always know when y'all doing things to hide things. It's a human nature. It's called reading energy. That's what's so real about humans, right? That it's like I've been telling y'all since 2022. Us human beings are very connected. All our DNAs are different, but guess what? We are humans, and on the spirit, we are all connected. So what that means that when I'm talking to you, you get to feel my energy. You could see what I'm doing while I'm talking to you. You could feel what I mean. You could see and hear what I say. That allows you to take your own conclusions about the energy of someone. So when you are here in the YouTube true crime space and you're watching all these other true crime creators and you listening to the shit they talk about and in the way they talk about it and how they talk about it, you could tell when people is bullshitting you. As a matter of fact, if you couldn't tell that someone was bullshitting you about the Idaho Fall case, now after everything that is being coming out, just with everything that is out at this day today, you know what? If you ask me, it's no need to drop nothing else. In my personal opinion, is no need to drop not one more document for me to know that this case was botched and diverted and focusing on Kohberger to run away from the truth. So it wouldn't be consequences for the powers to be. So it wouldn't be consequences for the University of Idaho. So it wouldn't be consequences for the fraternity. So it wouldn't be consequences for the sorority. So it wouldn't be consequences for the Greek life behind all this bullshit. Because guess what? Credibility when you lose your credibility, when people know that you lying, when people know that you false advertise, and you get caught on the lie, it's no turning back. It's no money that it could be invested in the University of Idaho program ever again if they find out the truth about what the university, with the power they have, did against this crime. They treated victims like they don't mean shit. They treated the parents of the victims, because the parents of the victims know how powerful the University of Idaho and entities are. They're afraid. Because they all might have their own skeletons in their closets too. I get goosebumps when I talk about this shit. Y'all know me, I'm Jrod on point. I don't have nothing to hide from you. The problem is the power of the University of Idaho. Moscow PD and all investigative bodies, they investigated this case. They are all linked to the University of Idaho. Every single one of them. If they didn't went to the University of Idaho and study there, guess what? They still linked to the fraternity in the University of Idaho. Or a sorority to the University of Idaho. Do you think that every single staff in that courthouse in Ada County or any courthouse in Idaho, do you think that everyone and anyone in the Department of Health, everyone and anyone in the Department of Justice, everyone and anyone in the Department of Education, anyone and everyone connected to the private sector in Idaho, do you really have in that itty bitty mind of yours the thought that everyone involved in this case, they are all connected? The family of the victims told you in the sentencing that, oh, you thought that you was about to divide us and the truth would have come out? Bryan Kohberger, do you thought that you bringing you through your truth, that you innocent? Bryan Kohberger, you thought that you and Ann Taylor telling the truth about this case in court, it would have divided us and the truth would have come out. Guess what? We are so united. The Greek life is so united that Meghan Markle, Judge, and Hitler were already in bed with the powers to be for what it looks like. And I'm only basing my opinion for what they did in their performance in court. It was bias. From Meghan Markle, she didn't took the proper precautions when they came for the warrant. Judge didn't took the proper precautions and make sure when they requested that warrant to go to Pennsylvania and snoop into trash. Because by the time you have a warrant, you are actually able to arrest. When you have a warrant, you are able to arrest. You don't have to snoop around and sneak around and be sneaky and looking for more evidence, because you already at the time of the warrant, you have enough evidence to knock, who is it? Get the fuck here. House surrounded, you move, you die. Can you please nice and kind be coming out the house? You have 100 rifles aiming at you right now. Hello. That's all y'all need.